Good afternoon. It's Sunday, and I'm in my second month now of doing my 100-in-a-100-day Qigong challenge. And I've had some interesting little twists and turns that I've noticed on the way. And they're kind of subtle things, but they've been important to me. It's taken me a few days even to wrap my head around some of these things I've been thinking about. And it's because we run on these subconscious programs and we don't even realize it half the time. And I'm talking to caregivers right now. And here's the deal. As a caregiver, you're also a care receiver. In other words, all of us are caregivers and receivers. You can't have one without the other. And so here it is, about 7 years since my wife passed away from younger onset Alzheimer's disease. And I spent a good portion of my life being a caregiver, even professionally as an X-ray tech in an ER. And here's the deal, something I've been thinking about recently, because I've been telling you all a little bit of a story behind my coronary artery disease and peripheral artery disease. And these are some of the main reasons why I practice Qigong, especially now in my life, since I have 2 stents in me to help my blood flow. And I'm not 20 anymore, but sometimes I forget that, because I was raised with the mindset that I can do whatever I put my mind to. And there was this kind of unspoken rule in the house that, well, a couple of them: thou shalt not whine, and be graceful under pressure. Don't let it show. So many times in my family, we didn't emote. We didn't show our emotions. And, these are things we all have. It's part of who we are. And it took me a while to learn how to process a lot of these emotions. And it required me to stay still long enough for those things at the bottom of the pond to become clear, for my mind to quiet enough so that I could see down there. And then once I saw, I began to learn how to redirect my energy. And it's a slow going process, even though, oddly enough, energy travels at the speed of light, or faster as far as we know. And so even though seems slow, it's also very fast. And we forget that sometimes, especially in dementia caregiving, because it's long. It takes, I spent a decade of my life. I know people that have spent 2 decades, and they get through doing that, and they're still caregiving for someone else. It's just not dementia. Or maybe now they're caregiving to themselves because they have serious health issues. And so in this journey, I'm learning to recognize that old program that I play that says, oh, you can do this, just push through it, suck it up, buttercup, and learn how to just stop and listen to my body. And this leads me to another thought, because subconsciously a lot of times I would think to myself, oh, you're being hypervigilant. Oh, that's being a hypochondriac. You see what you focus on, so don't focus on that. Yeah, ignore it. And so, here's the deal. when we have something wrong in our bodies, there are clues. And if we learn how to listen to the subtleties and the earlier signs and signals, we have a much broader range of possibilities and choice. And that brings me back to my foot care, because recently my big glumpy dog Sophie stepped on my right ankle, and with her talon nails, which I had just clipped so they were razor sharp, she gouged my ankle. And you know what? Just like I was 20, it was nothing. I didn't even think about it. And I mean, that's not to say I ignored it and didn't clean it, because yes, I am a medical person and I am a caregiver and I have been trained and I do know to keep sores clean. So, you know, I cleaned it up and forgot about it. Like I really didn't even think about it. And here it is now about 3 weeks later, and I'm still really dealing with this. And my ankles are a little bit swollen, and I've had to soak those puncture wounds every day and get them soft and peel off the hardened skin and scab to let the infection come out. And here it is. I mean, I know what to do, but it's 3 weeks later, and I'm like, come on, man, what's the deal? Why is this taking so long? So I have to ask the question. It begs asking, why is this taking so long? And it brings me back to my blood flow and my circulation. And so tomorrow I'm going to be wise enough and not so stubborn that I will call my local doc here and see if, you know, I might need some antibiotics to help me, or else maybe it will take 6 months to take me out. I need another set of eyes. So still, even at this age, it's a learning process, and I find old programs that run. But when I practice some of these things I've learned while doing Qigong and Tai Chi, it's allowed my mind to still, and other things emerge for me to consider, and it broadens me as a person and what I can do and how I choose to be. So it's been an interesting journey. I haven't done a whole lot of heavy duty energy work and tricky movements because I feel kind of clumsy and my feet are swollen. So I'm taking care of them. I've been soaking them. I have this cool little roller that I got for my feet. It has different sized nubbies on it. And I can put it down while I work on the computer and roll my feet on it. And it feels really good. So those are just some of my thoughts. I'm going to also have a little video talking more about breathing, because I've talked a fair amount about counterintuitive breathing. And today I'd like to think more about natural breathing and what it has to do with Qigong. So I really want to get into and focus a lot on breath and movement and how they work together hand in hand to help us with our energy flow. So later, y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna take it easy some more today. It just finished raining, and it's been raining on and off for quite a while now, and that's pretty typical in Florida for the summertime. All right, ciao.